In this video, we'll cover all the basics you need to know to take courses online at Chadron State College. There will be links in the description for resources that dig a lot deeper into all of these tools, but for now, we'll just cover the basics. Here we go. First things first, you need to know how to get to Canvas. So the easiest way to get there is to go to csc.edu. That's the college's homepage. You'll go to the hamburger icon in the upper right to get some more options, and then you'll see CSC Online Canvas. Click on that. To log in, you'll use your Eagle mail address. So it's usually your first name dot last name at eagles.csc.edu. It will use the same password as your email. If you don't know what either of those are, you need to contact the CSC help desk. This will likely prompt your phone to do some dual authentication. Just go ahead and move forward with that. And then you'll land on the Canvas dashboard. The dashboard has tiles showing the classes that you are taking. You can click and drag them around if you want to reorganize them. If you're missing a course, it's probably hiding in the Courses tab on the left, and you can also click on All Courses to see really everything you want. You can star your courses there on that list, and that will make sure that they show up on the dashboard. You can go again to that Courses, All Courses, and manage the stars. And that'll make some courses appear and some courses disappear. But you can always access them in Courses and then All Courses. Now we're going to run down the tools on the left. First one is Account. This is just a bunch of settings for you and your personal account. Again, we have the dashboard. We have courses. Just remember, you can always find all your courses there in All Courses if you're missing something. Next is Calendar. Calendar is the way that you're going to make sure you're on top of all of your assignments, because it'll show them right there on the calendar when they're due. You'll see events marked there. If you're feeling like you should have assignments but you're not seeing them, it's likely because one of those courses got turned off. So on the right side, you can just click the box associated with that class and it'll turn off or on that calendar. Then you can use the arrows at the top to move through the weeks. If you want to pre-plan, you can see I've got a lot of things showing up when school starts. We have some different views, so you can switch to week view, month view, or the agenda view, whichever one you prefer, or you can create new events if you're wanting to add things to your own schedule. The big thing there is make sure you're turning off and on those calendars, because if one of those courses is turned off, you're just going to miss all those notifications. Next tool on the left there is Inbox. This is an internal messaging service, so your instructors can message you through here, so make sure you're checking that, and you can reply back to them using the reply button. You can also compose new messages in there, and you can limit those to just the classes that you're taking. So click your class. You can select, I'm going to send it to my teachers or my classmates, and all those people are just built into the address book there, so you don't have to go typing in their names or their email addresses. It's going to save it all for you. The next tool on the left is History. This is just tracking all of your movements inside Canvas. So if you forgot if you did something or not yesterday, it should be stored in your history, and you can check, oh yes, I did work on that assignment yesterday. Now we have Portfolio. So Portfolio is getting used more and more in CSC classes. It's for certain projects. If you have a class that's requiring to use Portfolio, there's going to be instructions about that, but that's where it is. And then the last tool on the left is Help. The big thing there is you can search the guides. So if you're needing help on how to use a specific tool, you can probably find the answer there in the guides. So I'm going to jump back to Dashboard now because there's some more information on that screen that you need to care about. So it shows your courses, but it also shows the to-do list. So this is kind of like your calendar. These are the things that are pressing right now. You can see those items listed there. And you also have some recent feedback. So if a teacher graded something recently, you should see it there. And then you also have a View Grades button down below it. You can click on all those items if you want to jump in and get more information about them. So when you enter a class for the first time, you're going to land on their home page. It's going to have the tools on the left there. Usually some announcements up at the top, some welcome message. We have a Start Here button, some quick access buttons for some resources for students. And then again, we have our to-do list and some recent feedback if your instructor is grading. So this to-do list and feedback is just for this course. The to-do list and feedback on the dashboard is for all your courses. Okay, so now within the course, we're going to move down the tools that are available here. So the first one that we have after home is announcements. So you can click on announcements and see all the announcements that the teacher's trying to send out to y'all. And then you can click on the title of the message if you want to see what it's trying to say. The next tool is your syllabus. The syllabus is that document that tells you what the class is about, what are the expectations. So know how to get to the syllabus, make sure you read it clearly. What are the expectations of the class? Are you allowed to use AI or not? All those sort of rules and expectations should be in the syllabus. Next is modules. So modules kind of sorts out the structure for the class, week 1 or unit 1. What are the readings for that week? What are the assignments due for that week? And each one of those items you can click on to get more information, but this kind of just structures, this is what we got to do in what order. So if we click on readings and resources, a lot of classes will use this. It'll tell you what chapter out of the book you got to read. You might have some YouTube videos in there for you. At the bottom, you can click on next and just move through the next task. On assignments, usually you're just uploading things. To upload documents, you just click on the rocket ship, go dig around on your computer to find that file, upload it, and save. Some courses will use Turnitin to check for plagiarism and AI. If they are, they're going to have a little extra checkbox for you to check there. And then you just hit submit. So if an assignment has been graded, the screen's going to look slightly different. It'll have the grade there at the top, and you can click on the view feedback to see if the instructor gave you any comments. If they use a rubric, it'll show how that instructor scored you on the rubric, and then your submission that you posted will be at the bottom. And sometimes they'll have little annotations that the instructor wrote on top of your document too. So again, we can just click next on the bottom right, and it just moves you to the next thing in the modules. So we have discussions here. Discussions are usually you're talking back and forth with the classmates. So you can click reply to the overall topic, or you can click reply underneath your peer. This discussion says I have to post to the overall topic by Wednesday, and then I need to respond to 2 of my classmates by Sunday. So I need to make sure I do those 3 things, an original post and then 2 reply posts. So I'm going to go back to modules here. I'm going to look for a quiz. Quizzes have the rocket ship icon. Click on a quiz. Quizzes can be all sorts of different types of questions, multiple choice, true, false, essay. At the front, it should tell you if there's a time limit, when you got to get it done. Some tests might let you take them multiple times. Some only let you take it 1 time. It should tell you those rules right there at the front end. And when you're ready to take the test, you can click begin. You'll only be able to take the test if the instructor's opened it up. So you might see a test, but not be able to take it yet because they've locked it down. So here's a question where it wants you to sort fruits or vegetables. It's some click and dragging action, or just typing in the box. The top, there will be a timer if there is a time limit. If there's no time limit, don't worry about the timer. On the left side there, you can use the numbers to jump to questions. So I can jump between 1, 2, 3 or sections. And in the bottom right, there's a submit button when you're done. Sometimes you'll get the grades back right away if the test can be auto-graded, but if there's stuff like essay questions, give your instructor some time because they have to read through everybody's essays to grade them. So it might be a couple days before you get that final grade. After modules, I got grades here. So I can see all the grades in my class, the scores, when I submitted them. I can also click on feedback. It'll flag any assignments that are missing or late, and then sometimes it'll give you the average, like my average for assignments is 80%. I can also jump between the gradebooks of different classes with that drop-down menu there, and my overall grade there is in the top right, so I got a B in this class right now. Some classes, you see the people in the class. So this is the roster of everyone in the class. It is a fake class, so these aren't real students. A lot of classes will have the Office 365. So if you've got some cloud documents stored on OneDrive, you can go grab them from there. There is a Zoom button. If your instructor is recording their Zooms, you can get those cloud recordings or jump into the live stream. And then there's the student resources. So these are just more resources for you as a student to be successful, to get some IT help if you need it, and some of our policies that should be present in all of your classes. The tools inside classes can change a lot. You might see more tools, you might see fewer tools. It's up to the instructor what they use, but those are the main ones that we usually see. Again, this was just a brief overview of the basics that you should need to know when you're starting on your online courses. If you need some more help, I got some links in the description that go into deeper detail. Otherwise, you can contact us or the IT department or email your instructor. This video went through Canvas on a laptop. Canvas does work on mobile, both iPhone and Android. There's links in the description to grab those apps. You can do pretty much all the same stuff. It just looks a little bit different because we got a smaller screen.